In a world filled with divisions and differences, there shines a timeless example of love and acceptance. This video is inspired by the teachings of Christ, whose message of inclusivity and compassion continues to resonate across generations. Christ did not preach religion, but rather he preached love, faith and hope. Through his actions and words, Christ welcomed sinners, ate with outcasts, and showed no favoritism. In his teachings, Christ spoke of a divine love that transcends boundaries and embraces all. His message was not about rigid doctrines or dogmas, but about the power of love to transform lives. He walked among the outcasts, the marginalized and the forgotten, offering healing to the broken and hope to the broken-hearted. Christ's teachings were not confined to temples or synagogues. They resonated in the quiet corners of everyday life. He taught us to love our neighbors as ourselves, to forgive those who wrong us, and to show kindness to all beings. His life was a testament to the radical idea that true spirituality is found in acts of kindness, compassion and service. In a world often divided by religious differences, Christ's message is a symbol of unity. He reminds us that we are all children of the same divine source, deserving of love and respect. His teachings inspire us to look beyond superficial labels and embrace the common humanity that binds us together. Let us not be confined by the narrow walls of religion, but instead let us open our hearts to the universal message of love that Christ shared. Let us strive to embody his teachings in our daily lives, spreading kindness, compassion and hope wherever we go. For in doing so, we honor the true essence of his message and bring light to a world in need. Christ stands as a symbol of love, faith and hope. His message echoes not in the halls of grand temples, but in the quiet whispers of the heart. Christ did not come to burden us with rules or rituals, but to uplift us with the transformative power of love. His teachings were not about rigid doctrines, but about the boundless compassion that flows from the heart of God. He walked among the weary and the broken, offering solace to the downtrodden and healing to the wounded. At the core of Christ's message is a simple truth. Love is the greatest force in the universe. He taught us to love one another as we love ourselves, to see the divine spark within each soul, and to embrace all beings with open arms. In his presence, the barriers of religion fade away, leaving only the radiant light of love shining through. Faith was another cornerstone of Christ's teachings. He showed us that true faith is not just believing in something unseen, but trusting in the goodness of the human spirit and the guiding hand of God. With unwavering faith, he moved mountains and performed miracles, inspiring us to believe in the limitless possibilities of the human heart. And where there is love and faith, there is always hope. Christ's message resounds with the promise of a brighter tomorrow, even in the darkest of times. He reminded us that no matter how dire our circumstances may seem, there is always a glimmer of hope shining through, ready to light our way forward. So let us heed the timeless wisdom of Christ's teachings. Let us embrace love as our guiding light, faith as our steadfast anchor, and hope as our constant companion. In doing so, we honor the true essence of Christ's message and keep alive the flame of love, faith, and hope for generations to come. Christ walked among people from all walks of life, Gentiles, Jews, sinners, and outcasts. With open arms and a compassionate heart, he welcomed everyone, regardless of their beliefs, religion, or past mistakes. He showed no favoritism, treating each soul with equal love and respect. In the eyes of Christ, there were no outcasts, only beloved children of God. He reached out to the marginalized, the downtrodden, and the forgotten, offering them dignity and acceptance. His message was one of inclusivity, inviting all to share in the boundless love of God. Luke chapter 15 verses 1 to 2 states, "Now the tax collectors and sinners were all gathering around to hear Christ, but the Pharisees and the teachers of the law muttered, 'This man welcomes sinners and eats with them.'" This verse highlights how Christ welcomed sinners and ate with them, despite criticism from religious leaders. It emphasizes his willingness to engage with people from all backgrounds, showing no favoritism or exclusion. Whether rich or poor, powerful or powerless, esteemed or despised, Christ saw beyond the external labels to the intrinsic worth of each person. He recognized the divine spark within every soul and called forth their highest potential with unwavering love and understanding. In a world often divided by prejudice and discrimination, Christ's example shines as a symbol of unity and compassion. He taught us to look beyond our differences and see the humanity that unites us all. His life was a testament to the transformative power of love to heal wounds, bridge divides, and unite hearts. Let us follow in the footsteps of Christ, embracing the diversity of the human family with open hearts and minds. Let us treat each person we encounter with the same love, kindness, and respect that Christ showed to all. In doing so, we honor the essence of his teachings and sow seeds of peace and harmony in our world. Christ sat down not only with the well-behaved and the righteous, but also with those labeled as sinners. He never shied away from their company or judged them for their past mistakes. Instead, he embraces them with open arms, sharing meals and stories as equals. In Christ's eyes, every person is worthy of love and acceptance, regardless of their background or beliefs. He saw beyond societal labels and saw the inherent goodness in each individual. His actions teach us a powerful lesson: to break bread with those who are different from us, to sit at the table with people of all walks of life, just as Christ did. Yet in today's world, some Christians may shy away from those who hold different beliefs or lifestyles. They may build walls instead of bridges, avoiding interactions with people who are perceived as different. But Christ's example challenges us to do the opposite. He teaches us to embrace diversity, to engage with people from all backgrounds, and to extend the same love and grace that he showed to everyone he encountered. Matthew chapter 22 verses 36 to 40 says, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" Christ replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments." In this passage, Christ emphasizes the importance of love, both for God and for our neighbors. By treating others with the same love and respect we have for ourselves, we fulfill the essence of the law. This underscores the inclusive nature of Christ's teachings, which transcend boundaries and embrace all people with love and compassion. When we follow Christ's example and open our hearts to those who are different from us, we create space for understanding, empathy, and connection to flourish. We learn from each other's stories, celebrate each other's differences, and grow together as a human family. Let us take inspiration from Christ's inclusive love and hospitality. Let us break down the barriers that divide us and reach out to those who may feel marginalized or misunderstood. By doing so, we honor the true essence of Christ's teachings and bring a taste of heaven to earth, one meal and one conversation at a time. Let us carry forward the timeless message of love and acceptance. May we remember that true spirituality lies not in rigid doctrines or divisions, but in acts of kindness, compassion, and service. Let us follow Christ's example of embracing all people, regardless of their beliefs or backgrounds. And may the love, faith, and hope he preached continue to illuminate our path and unite our hearts as we strive to create a world where everyone feels valued, accepted, and loved. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.